unless it's going to be very, very challenging.
Changing.
Right?
So you once says that I believe local talents in Malaysia have huge potential, and we will be able to help them think globally. So just wondering, like, how will Antler help Malaysians adopt a global mindset?
Malaysia has a huge potential, right? And then in terms of entrepreneurs, founders, right? So Antler has run our program about a year at this point, right? And of course, Antler is operating in 29 different locations, right, in the world. And of course, looking at the neighboring countries like Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, we run the cohort concurrently. So we can compare, right, in terms of the whole performance of cohorts or talent pool, right, quality of talents kind of thing. So we genuinely, right, it's not just I'm saying this because of most of our subscribers or viewers are Malaysia. Genuinely, objectively, Malaysia is really quality founders or talent pool, right? But what we noticed is a lot of businesses or founders, they are building business upon more traditional setup, right? Because as a VC or a global right VC, we're investing in the company which is venture scale.
What do you mean by the traditional business?
Right. So venture scale or VC backed businesses, right? Which means it can grow extremely fast, right? So unicorn is $1 billion business, right? And then you start from zero, from scratch, you need to grow extremely fast, right? Triple, right? Quadruple, right? Every year, and from 0 to 1 billion, right? And in order to do that, right, there are a couple of things, right? You need to first play in huge market, right? Not limited, scalable and disruptive market, right? Unless if you are looking at opportunities which is first smaller markets and obvious, right, to make problems which can solve to make things slightly better, right, nicer, right? It's a theory of either vitamin or pin pillar, right? And then I think usually it's easier for you to monetize in the beginning. You can make money, right? But it's challenging for you to build extremely fast growing, right? Almost unkept market, right? So I'll also explain the different angle, right? This way, there are two types of innovation. One is sustaining innovation, and then the other one is disruptive innovation, right? So sustaining innovation is which problem is very well known, right? And existing markets, right? And make things be more efficient, more productive, and then maybe can save a bit more cost, right? And make a little bit more profit, right? For example, if you create some tools, right, to make e-commerce conversion 0.1%, if it works for Amazon, right, they're building $1 billion of turnover, 0.1% is already very material, right? But if it's applied to small SMEs, right, which is probably generating 1 million ringgit per year kind of thing, right? And 0.1% is not that material. That's not impactful, right? So these kind of sustaining innovations are usually driven by corporates, right? Because this small change, right, in productivity or efficiency that scale can bring in some impact, right? And then it's sustaining, right? A lot of companies or corporate innovations are working on like that. But on the other hand, disruptive innovation, right, is very different from the sustaining innovation, whereby it's by word itself, disrupt, right? Disrupt the industry or disrupt existing process, right? Or creating new market, right? Only this kind of disruptive innovation can scale really big and far and fast, right? But often these disruptive innovations are neglected or not very focused by the corporates because most of the time disruption or this disruptive innovation in the beginning, incubation stage, it's very small, right? So for big corporates, right, they think, oh, yes, there's new technology, right? It's coming up, for example, e-commerce, right? When the live commerce, right, it first came out, right? A lot of big incumbents, right? All the big e-commerce companies. That's one trend, right? It could be possible, right? But, they are more into increasing conversion rates, increasing top of the funnel kind of thing, right? Rather than really build this live commerce platform or live commerce, right? The ecosystem, right? So that's why ByteDance, right, TikTok or Xiaohongshu now, right? And then they are sort of really disrupting the market, right? Reimagining, right? Building entire market, right? Ecosystem with e-commerce, right? So that's sort of disruptive innovations we're looking for, right? And then I think for Malaysian talents, for Malaysian founders, I really wish they also have this sort of mindset, right, to build something. And another thing is, since you're like context of the global mindset, right?